You ready? STRO. I ain't come to. Yeah, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business.
EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Mod and Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. NFC matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
Ready? We're getting. What we got? What we got? What we got?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. Gonna let one fly for Rupp. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Check 59.
After the interception, here's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
59, Mike, check, 59.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play, but there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38, Newton. He's got Jack Doyle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 18. From the red zone now, Newton. They'll roll him out, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 29, Darnold, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Washington on 3rd and short, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Newton on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Peppers. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
59. 180.
A first down throw, Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
59.
Back to throw, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Darnold on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Out, 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 out.
On first, here's Washington. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Mike 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Yo, lady. Yo, lady.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sam Darnold in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Single slot.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
Come on, fellas.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it's the San Francisco 49ers who are moving on to the next round as they were able to take care of the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Singletary again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Check 59.
Faking the give, Darnold. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Darnold completes it, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second and 11 now. Newton, and he finds Danny Amendola. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On the ground, it's Singletary. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Washington. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ready? Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Go. Go.
And the blitz does come. Found his target, it's Anderson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. He's going to take, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sam Darnold, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 30. And now he's going to use his legs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Newton now to throw. Got a man. It's Amendola. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Of course, remember, this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Mike, you're set. 59, 59. Cut, cut, cut.
On 1st down, Freeman trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Yeah, baby.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Washington now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Check it. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go, here we go.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Sliding out of the pocket. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Darnold now to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.